Mike turned his attention to Dustin, who was standing next to Mr. Robinson. He couldn't help feeling threatened by Dustin's calm demeanor and good looks. "This is Mr. Rhys, our family's honored guest. He came over to help out," Mr. Robinson explained. "Help out?" Abigail humphed disdainfully. "He hasn't said a single thing since he arrived. You call that helping out?" "She's right. Although he has good looks, it's embarrassing how much of a scaredy-cat he is." The short-haired girl shook her head. While none of the other girls spoke, it was clear that they were all secretly looking down on Dustin. What was the point of being so handsome if he was going to run at the first sign of trouble? He was nothing but an utterly unreliable man. A man should act like one, buddy. You shouldn't try to break up a fight if you're scared, or you might get hurt. Mike sniggered and patted Dustin's shoulder. Dustin smiled without saying anything, unbothered by those measly words. "Well, since everything's over, let's go back." Mr. Robinson smoothed things over before turning his attention to his daughter. "Abigail, I've told you many times not to run around at night, especially in places like these. It's dangerous. Hurry up. We're going home now." He grabbed her wrist. "Let me go." Abigail flung his hand away, annoyed. "You can go back alone. What I do is none of your business." "What are you doing?" "I'm just worried about you." Mr. Robinson frowned. "Worried about me? What's the point?" Abigail snorted. "Even if I run into trouble, what can you do? It was their fault, yet you kept apologizing. You might not feel embarrassed, but I do. I'm just looking out for you. Your safety comes first." "And there was no need to make things worse," Mr. Robinson reasoned. "Does that mean I'm supposed to put up with everything?" Abigail was disappointed. "You always get treated like this. Do you know why I hate you? Because you're a coward. I'm begging you. Don't ever show up in front of my friends ever again. Having a father like you is the biggest embarrassment of my life." Mr. Robinson froze. He opened his mouth, but nothing came out. He didn't know what to say. All he wanted was for his daughter to be safe and sound. "What are you waiting for? Bry at the door." Abigail dash. "Your guest and leave. I don't want to see you guys anymore." Abigail pointed. "Go away." Abigail fumed, ashamed. Why was her father a mere servant who constantly had to be careful around others, while other people's fathers were successful and famous? "You guys should head back first, Uncle Robinson." "Don't worry. Abigail will be fine. I'll protect her," Mike said with a smile. It was rare to see a father being chewed out by their daughters like this. "Thank you." Mr. Robinson forced out a smile and turned to leave. Just then, they heard some noise coming from the entrance of the karaoke bar, and the man in a suit who had just left came barging in violently with a few dozen men. "There. Gather them up," the suited man yelled. The fierce men drew out their blades and surrounded the room, their vicious gazes frightening those inside. As students, how could they ever win against knives? "Wait." Mike stomped forward. "I'm warning you. This place belongs to Lord Horst, who is a friend of my dad. You're dead meat if you touch us. Are you fucking threatening me right now?" With a mighty slap, the man sent Mike tumbling to the floor. "So what? I'm his fucking brother." His words immediately caused an uproar.